Hi, I'm John from Just Whisky, but today it's Just News. If you like today's Just News, give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe, and consider becoming a Patreon with the link in the description below. And thanks so much for the few Patreons that I do have. That's to help support this journey of mine. Thank you so much, Patreons. And as a Patreon, you get exclusive reviews. Okay, about 1 or 2 a month. So, Just News. We're going to start off with the brand new Godzilla movie, Godzilla -1. In my opinion, it's the best Godzilla movie I've ever seen, albeit possibly the original 1954 Japanese version of Godzilla. Okay. This new Godzilla -1 is set post-World War II in Japan. Most of it is around 1946. And it's all in Japanese with English subtitles, all Japanese actors, Japanese directors. It's a great film, and Godzilla happens to be in it. Which leads me to Suntory. Beam Suntory. Suntory is expected to have major price increases on, at least for now, their Japanese releases, which are the Hibiki, the Yamazaki, and the Hakusu. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but next year they're expecting like major price increases for those Japanese releases, maybe even like doubling in price. And Beam Suntory owns a few Scottish distilleries as well. A couple of them, Glengarry, which is, if you look at the label, it's Glengarioch, but it's Glengarry, and Laphroaig. Okay, I don't know if the price increases will affect those, but my opinion, if you're a fan of Glengarry or Laphroaig and it's something you've been waiting to buy, maybe don't snooze on it and buy it before the possible or potential price increases. Also in Just News, I already talked about this, but great Christmas gift. This is a Christmas season. This is a great handbook, comes out every year in October. Highly recommend this. It has every single Scottish distillery, including all the new ones and ones that are being built. So it's a great wealth of information about distilleries throughout Scotland and the world. And there's some great articles in here as well. Speaking of books, this is the new book by David Stirk, and it's called Independent Scotch. And I had to buy this from a UK. I live in northeastern New England, United States, Massachusetts. So I had to send away for this. I couldn't find it on Amazon. I bought it from an independent retailer in the UK. It's a bit pricey when you get all the shipping and stuff, but it's great information on the history of independent Scotch, and it also gives his kind of life story, his thread about how we get involved with owning an independent bottler and then selling that and then writing books, and his journey and the whole Scotch world. So his perspective is invaluable, if you ask me. And on page 133 is a mention, he gives a mention to Joshua Hatton from Single Cask Nation, okay, who I've met a few times through my whiskey group. He's a ambassador for Impex Beverages, and he's also he's partnership with Single Cask Nation independent bottlers. So I recommend this book. It is a little bit pricey because you have to buy it overseas. I think it's selling out quick in the UK, so maybe he'll do a second printing. I don't know. All right. You see this Paul John. This is Paul John Christmas Edition 2022. I've just been cracked it open today and been sipping on it. This will be my next review sometime next week. I like it. Also, a new release is from Torabhaig, the second distillery in the island of Skye. This is their cask strength Alt Glaun. Okay, if you read it phonetically, it looks like Alt Glean, but it's Alt Glaun. So the Alt Glaun had a few batch releases, and now they're done with that, and they released a cask strength version, and then they're going to come out with a different incarnation to get them eventually to their 10-year release, which will be quite a while from now. But so I will be reviewing this soon and comparing it to the non-cask strength, one of the earlier batches, if not the first batches. So something to look forward to there. I'll leave that up. All right, now to the news. We already covered Suntory. So Ardbeg has a special release, expensive release. I wasn't even going to talk about it because it's so crazy priced, but it's called The Rollercoaster, not to be confused with the roller coaster version, which was a special release quite a while back. But the roller coaster is 2 single cask bottlings, one from 1981 when this Ardbeg was closing its doors. So this is one of the last casks, if not the last cask, that was filled in 1981. And then when they had a resurrection in 1989, they took one of those casks. So 2 single cask and a very ornate, deluxe, elegant, wooden, custom-made box. And they only released, they're releasing 143 sets of these. So the 2 bottles are in a set. And it's called the Roller Coaster, and it retails in American funds for about $107,000. Okay, so so speaking of prices, it's almost ridiculous to even mention it, but Macallan has yet broken another world record. They just sold at auction. From 1926, a 60-year-old bottling of Macallan for $2.7 million American dollars. That includes all the fees, which amounts to about $108,000 for a 1-ounce sample. So that kind of makes the Ardbeg look like a relative bargain in comparison, right? And then quickly shifting off the whiskey news, but not really, is it's kind of, I used to be a beekeeper in a former life, and I used to raise bees and extract my own honey. And what's becoming kind of popular now is, in the United States anyway, there are several barrel-aged honeys from mostly American ex-bourbon, mostly. One of those companies, several companies that are doing it. One of them is called Beekeeper's Daughter. But if you just Google barrel-aged honey, again, just another idea for a Christmas gift. Just throwing it out there. We already covered the Torabhaig, and then I talked about it in my review when I reviewed the Kilchoman 100% Isla Bali 12th edition. The 13th edition is coming out soon, which will be 100% ex-bourbon for the new release, which I'm looking forward to. But Kilchoman, there's a lot of chatter about the Kilchoman 16-year-old, okay, which just hit the UK retail market. And albeit it's exorbitant price, I think it sold out rather quickly. And my understanding, once it hits the States, and even if you can still find it in the UK, it was well north of 200 pounds. And I've seen the MSRP, if and when it comes to the States, to be maybe even around 240, 250 US dollars for the brand new Kilchoman 16-year-old. Wow. Ouch. That's a lot of money. And then just to wrap things up, coming soon, right? We're deep into the Christmas season now. I will be doing my Whiskey of the Year soon. All right, so look forward to that. And we'll leave it there. And cheers, everyone, for Just News and Just Whiskey. And hats off to you all. And happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas for this holiday season. Take care, everybody.